What's up, everybody? Joining you again mid-race pretty much here on the Sydney Hobart on Sailaway. Yeah, I'd say that's about halfway. So I want to do a bit of an update. Things are kind of getting exciting. Still very close racing. It's anybody's game on the top, what do we got here? 5 boats pretty much right here. I stayed out to the east farther than anybody else. A lot of people came over to the coastline here. And yeah, in the big seas, we're kind of just doing a lot of trimming, a lot of reefing so far, and it's been very wet. But it's been nice to have the good speed. So I'm in a good position, kind of show everybody what's going on here. Earlier we were coming straight down south, and then I wanted to jibe into this new wind pretty much here, which is everybody did. Everybody came out west, and so far this is what I'm thinking of doing as far as the strategy is concerned. With the way the weather is leading forward, so I kind of have this between 1 and 2, between 2 and 3 is like every 6 hours is what I'm predicting. So if we go forward about 6 hours, we're about 26 knots of wind, so that's what we want downwind. And then go another 6 hours, just about. I'm heading right towards White Mark Island here, and then this low wind area here starts pushing its way east. As we you can see this, we want to stay away from that. So I have myself jibing back to the east before we run into that hole. And just trying to stay with the pressure as much as possible. So we should be late Wednesday. We should be down here. I might probably jibe before that actually, just to make sure we stay in the pressure. And yeah, we got this big hole late Wednesday that I think everybody's going to want to stay clear of. And then going even later on Wednesday, we have this new pressure forming just east of Tasmania, which looks really good. In the early Thursday morning, we are predicted to be around in this area, and I'm hoping to kind of slide my way into this 23 knots of wind, 28. Whew, that looks good. Then there's kind of a bit of a doldrums in between there. That might fill in a little bit as we go forward. Now, Thursday, I predicted that we were going to arrive Thursday night, my time, and it doesn't look too fun as far as the wind. If this ends up happening, it's going to be drifting like a snail's pace, trying to get into the bay here. So worst case scenario, it fills in a little bit late Thursday going into Friday morning, and we probably should be able to finish the race by then. But when does that hole form? So there's really no wind early Thursday, which kind of sucks. I was hoping we'd make it there before then, but we'll see what happens. Still got a long way to go. But Thursday looks really slow as far as us being down there. So with that being said, it's just it's anybody's game right now. Between the top 5, we've all been really close. I am the farthest south, and I think that paid off. I didn't jibe as early as I wanted to, but I kind of stayed away from the shoreline, and a lot of people got caught out by that. What did I just do? Okay. I think a lot of people got caught out by some lower pressure on the coastline there. But we got Chris just off over there. Orbiter, he's been strong. I gotta watch out for him because he's got a good pace. We got Nomad, Slow-Mo and Nomad over here, and can't count those guys out. They're gonna be really strong in the long run. Calypso back here. Stormboy, I really wish this would cook plotting points. Pete Gregg kind of lost a lot of ground. He was pretty strong in the first half of this race. Lewis D, I think these guys are in different boats. Disco Infidel had an issue. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he was leading us down here, and then he just kind of really fell off the pace. But so far, yeah, I think it's between the top 5 right here. We're all kind of in a line. And you know, as long as none of us make a mistake, it's going to be a jibing duel down here. And the only curveball I can see is Thursday. Like I said, with this bad wind right here, it just does not look too promising as far as getting into... I mean, the finish line is right about here in Hobart Bay. Well, maybe it's over here. Yeah, I think it's farther in. So, not only do you have all this landmass blanketing the wind, but, you know, there's no wind out here. So it doesn't look good. So we're flying through the Bass Strait at a, you know, a high rate of knots, and then we're going to come into this area of low pressure, low air, and not have any speed whatsoever. I might cross the finish line doing about 0.5 of a knot. That'd be something, wouldn't it? But I'll enjoy these conditions for right now. This is a really good sailing, downwind sailing. As far as the real race is concerned, I know Comanche, Sydney Tracker. I want the Tracker. Here we go. I know Comanche. I mean, it's one of the fastest boats ever built. So I don't think. I thought Blackjack was going to do better, but I called that one wrong because they're almost there. Comanche. You know, they're probably going to finish sometime tomorrow, early today, or, well, late tonight. No, I don't think they'll be there late tonight. But yeah, they don't have much farther to go. Wild Oats, I still think they should file a penalty against Wild Oats for that move in Sydney Harbor. Blackjack back here in third. Yeah, they're just not as fast as Comanche. Comanche was a late addition to the race, so... You know, everyone's talking about how Blackjack was the favorite. I think that was before Comanche jumped in at the last second. And they're like, oh, well, we have a boat. Let's race. Wizard, the American team, the old Groupama boat for the VOR 70. The other Wild Oats. Who's that? I don't even know who that is. And then all the slower boats. Did that one drop out? No, Frasier. That's a weird boat. Of course, the Volvo Ocean Race guys are over here getting ready to head over to Hong Kong in a few days. But yeah, just thought I'd do an update, hang around for a little bit on the live stream. Kind of reefing the main, unreefing the main. The wind's up and down all over the place, as to be expected in the Southern Ocean. Leaderboard doesn't mean anything. It's kind of nice to see where everybody is, but as I've said in the past, you see this green line. I don't know if you can see that, but that green line is a direct route pretty much from the start. If I can get this to populate. From pretty much the starting area down to the finish line, as you can see it right there. So the only thing that the leaderboard measures is who's closest to that green line. It doesn't measure who's closest to the finish line as far as like this direction, so leaderboard doesn't mean anything until we actually get to the finish line, because it should have those two guys on top, and it does, when really I think Orbiter and myself are farthest south out of anybody right now. If you drew a line south right here horizontally, that's what we got. Oh, we got strong gust of wind. I'm not sure if I want to... By the time I take the Jenniker down and put a jib up, the wind will die, so I'm not going to mess around with it. Sorry, it's starting to die off a little bit. Oops, I do. And a few big waves there. Now, we saw our first rainstorm yesterday. Shortly after, I think I was recording the start of the race, and we were off of the coastline over here, and it sailed right into a rainstorm. It's pretty intense. I didn't see a rainstorm in this game yet, to this day, so it was interesting. Yeah, you see how quickly the wind speed dropped off just now. Having to unreef now instead of, it was asking to take the Jenniker down. I'm not going to do a sail change every 2 minutes. So officially 1 day, 35 minutes into, yeah, it was like 12 hours ago, or 24 hours ago we started the race. See, a race like this is a lot more enjoyable than the Volvo Ocean race because I don't have 25 to 30 days to sit on a computer and pay attention to a race all the time. So this, you know, 2-3 days, 4 days tops, I can focus on strategy a lot. You know, because you got to be on a few hours every day. You know, the weather changes like that, so you got to be on and make changes and trim the sails, everything like that. I couldn't really do that with the Volvo Ocean race because the boats are just too damn slow. I think it's going to take us twice as long to finish that race as the real guys, so I think I made the right decision to drop out of it. But so far so good here though. I'm enjoying this race. It's actually it's very enjoyable. And we're competitive. That's the thing. You know, I had too many bugs and everything in the Volvo Ocean race on this that I'd go to work for 12 hours, my boat would start sailing in the opposite direction with no explanation whatsoever. And there are known bugs with the waypoint system, and a shorter race like this I can pay more attention to the waypoints. I haven't really been using the waypoints unless I'm offline for a long period of time. And I haven't had any bugs with them yet, but I know people are having bugs with them that are doing the Volvo Ocean race right now. If we go over and take a look at the Cape Town area. A lot more boats, yeah. These are the guys doing the Volvo Ocean race. They took off 12 hours ago, somewhere like that. But they've had all kinds of issues with teleporting and people running aground. Shouldn't be running aground out here, that's for sure. See, a lot of people never even really started. So I'm glad that I don't have that headache because I'm having a lot more fun with the Sydney Hobart race. If we can get a little bit more of a, I think we're supposed to, get a little bit more of a northerly shift in the wind, I can get a lot better angle coming down here. And we're overpowered again. I'm going to fall off a little bit here, try to ride this out. Up at 25 knots of wind, I don't want to take the Jenniker down. It's just a waste of time because the wind won't stay there. It's going to drop right off again. Kind of sucks. With the jib out, I could probably be doing about 18 knots or something, but how long will it last for, you know? I'm thinking, go back to current weather. I'm thinking we might have to make that change though as we get into this darker patch of wind later tonight. Maybe that, you know, 24, 25 knots of wind will stay a little more constant instead of buffering off every now and then. Where are we at? Take care of that. And let's come back up, keep that angle right about there. I think we're going to jibe again shortly though. So really starting to think about staying in the pressure and everything like that. You know, the thing I don't like about this is, in real life you wouldn't be reefing like crazy. You know, 1 minute I'm putting a reef in the main, the next minute I'm taking the reef out, so it's kind of unrealistic in that aspect. You know, the boat's not real balanced as far as being able to handle Southern Ocean. But it's what we got. See, the wind dropped right off to about 18, 19 now, and apparently it had to come down a little bit. Where's the Jennifer sheet? We'll tighten that up a little bit. And trim this main the right way here. Actually, I need to make some adjustments while I have the main out. Okay, I can't do anything more with the alcohol. Constant sail trimming. Big waves down here, I tell you, the Bass Strait. It's another beast. So it looks like one of our closest competitors, Orbiter, was just online and then he logged off, so he's probably checking up on things, making changes. But yeah, it's too tight to call between the top 5 guys here. We'll just have to see what happens. We're all on a pretty similar heading. Alright, I want to try something. Well, maybe not. If this wind stays constant around 24, 25, I was going to try taking the spinnaker down and raising the jib and seeing what kind of speeds I get, but you know, as soon as I do it, all this changes, it's going to drop back down again, but we'll give it a shot. Jennifer Halyard, where are you? Thank you. Jib furler, hello. Yeah, there's some speed for you. Try jib. Lead car. Yeah, forward, yeah, forward. Try to pull the back stay. Okay. There we go. How's the main? Outhaul. Main's good. Nope, nope. Too much outhaul. There you go. Yeah, that'd be good if the wind would stay up there, but as you can see, the wind just dropped right off. And now it wants me to put the Jennifer back up again, so it kind of sucks. No consistency right now in the wind speed. It wants to like get up to 24, 25 and stay there, but you know, until it does that officially, I think I need to keep the Jenny up. So let's go back here, drop the backstay, furl that bad boy up again. And where are we? Let go of some of the outhaul, and then I need the... Where the hell is it? Main reef. There we go, it looks a lot better. Now why this map won't load, there we go. Alright, so I'm just trying to pay attention to the weather, any kind of sudden changes. I really want to try and stay ahead of these guys. Somebody disappeared. Chris, I think, was over here. Yeah, because there's Nomad and Orbiter, Slow-Mo. We got a pretty good angle on these guys if we can just hang with it. Hopefully no mistakes happen with waypoints and stuff like that. We're looking pretty competitive at the moment. And I need to trim that main. Main sheet, anybody? Come on. Oh, well, let me trim. Okay, that's gay. So it doesn't let me trim the main if it's reefed. That's pretty bad. There's the main sheet. So I need to tighten that up and then reef again. A lot of bugs with the rope system, line system here. Can't use the main sheet when you're reefed for some reason. That's kind of hurts you a little bit. That's a pretty bad bug, actually, but let's refresh the tracker here and kind of see anything's changed, if anything's changed. I have to plot my plan out again, but I'm not really concerned about that. I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do. So we're all kind of in this pressure bubble right now, and going in the next few hours, I think everybody's just going to do the same thing. They're going to want to head over to the west as this fills in even more, going in early Wednesday. But I think people that go too far over here, I don't know, they're going to have to pay attention. They're going to have to come back over eventually, so they don't get trapped in what happens on late Wednesday, where we have no wind whatsoever over there. And I want to stay in this area, and for sure. I was hoping that I could get down here far enough south where I could reach into Hobart instead of upwind or downwind. But then I looked at the forecast for Thursday, and like I was talking about earlier, it's a massive hole of death next to the coastline of Tasmania here. So it's going to be interesting when we arrive. There's not going to be much wind, and hopefully it doesn't take us till Friday to get across the finish line where it... Wow, Friday actually looks good. What does this say? 33 knots of wind. Oh, that's no big deal. Let's go for a ride. Man, massive change between Thursday and Friday. Is this... Wow. That's massive. Anyway, I think that'll pretty much do it for the update video as I get completely soaked by a wave here. Yeah, just trying to keep up on these guys. Like I said, I am the farthest boat south, myself and Orbiter. But that doesn't make a difference if you're not first across the finish line, so we're going to try our best, and I'll make another video. Hopefully we'll be doing more than 0.5 of a knot when we arrive in the Hobart, so we'll record that, and I'll update if anything major happens. See you guys soon. Thank you for watching.